Hey friends, just a really quick rough cut video. This is about preparing the text. So I have some text here. I am working on the Scottish play. And so one of the first things you do, of course, is dig into circumstances and learn about the play and those kinds of things. But the next thing you do is you really dig into the words. So you have to get to know the play, your character, all those things. But dig into the word first, the word. Then you think about the line and then the thought in classical text. But in classical plays and Shakespeare's plays, the word is so important. So here's a little list I've created. Of course, step one, if you get to know the general circumstances of the play, but then you get to know the word. And so you start with definitions and allusions. And that's traditional table work. You sit down or you get a dictionary, you get a lexicon, a good Shakespeare edition of Shakespeare with all kinds of footnotes in them, and you get to know every word, even words you might already know. I know what that word is. I would encourage you to look it up. Find the definition of that word, get to know it, and then you start that process of having imagination, sensory impressions connected to that word. And then once you've done that, I have this dotted line here. That's traditional table work, we would say, right? But you can do it standing up. But these next steps, you want to get to know the word and get to know the sound of the word. How do they sound? What do they feel like in the mouth as you say them? And then you want to get to know the people that the words refer to, the people you're talking to, the people that you mention in the words. Get to know them, see them, have a sensory experience with them. And then same thing with the verbs, and the same thing with the rhythm. And this takes, we could talk a lot about this, but I do this with a couple of exercises called mouth, hum, move. Mouth, hum, move. So moving is moving through the language and the rhythm and the changes in the thought. Humming is humming to help you get the rhythm. But the mouthing exercise anyone can do, and it helps you know every syllable of your text. This is so important for Shakespeare and classical text. So every syllable. So it's a very simple exercise. You stand, you've got some text here in front of you, and you, with full breath, you do a little warm-up, and you have full breath coming through. I'll do it with a sonnet. When my love swears that she is made of truth. So here's a mouthing exercise. I actually don't speak. It's a whisper or no sound at all coming through, but I'm still breathing. I'm taking breath every time I need it, and the text is coming through. So here we go. And what's interesting about that is there's no sound or a slight whisper, and it's a way to get to know. And when you do that, you actually feel the words in the mouth, and you don't glide over any syllables. You feel every syllable as you speak. And it's a wonderful way to get to know the words, syllable by syllable. And then, so you're getting to know the words by definition, by allusion. You understand the circumstances of the play and what your character is going through, and then you get to know the words. You start to see them as images, and you start to imagine them. You have a real definition of them. You get to know what they feel like in the mouth, and then you mouth them to help you with that process, to make sure you're not skipping over things. And then you go on from that to humming the words to get to know the rhythm. And I would say move as you do that, so you have the feel of the words as you move. So it's not just an intellectual thing. You want to get out of your head. You want it to become a part of your breath system and your body. So there's a little bit of text. It's a little window into a third workshop I do, which is about delivering text, about mining the text for meaning and imagination and emotion. And that's a part of my process as I dig into Shakespeare, classical text, and the Scottish play. So getting to know the words, and then getting to know the line, and then getting to know the thought. So there's a tip for you. Hope that helps.